Well, we're going to do that right now. People who are watching on YouTube are seeing 2 empty glasses and going, why are these wine people got 2 empty glasses? Well, let's put some juice in these glasses. You know, to the point of I like exploring the world and finding grapes I've never had before. You're about to pour one for us I've never heard of until you mentioned it just a minute ago, and get to experience this. So thank you for sharing, first of all.
No, you're welcome. I brought something that's not on most people's radar, and it should be. And it's something simple. And once again, you don't have to break the bank to go outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know, so that's really cool. So what I brought here today is a País Viejo from Chile.
Let's hold that up to the camera real quick and let them get a look at that. All right, cool.
And screw top, but that's a whole nother subject just because it's
well, we may do an episode on that.
Yeah, because I think it's
debunking the myth.
Yes, I think that's cork is fine, but so is Stelvin enclosure as well. So here we go.
You got a little something on top, just so you know.
Good call.
Yeah.
As you can see, as it's coming out, it's going to be lighter, thin skin grape. Look at that nice ruby.
Tell us the name of the grape.
País.
That's the grape. Now tell us where this comes from.
It's a grape.
Indigenous
to South America.
Okay.
And it's I wouldn't say it's a forgotten grape because it's very popular down south. And when they're starting to do something with it, it wasn't considered, like your Cabernets and Merlots and stuff that Malbec that are famous in South America as well. But it's definitely a grape that as recently, that new technology, the new generation and stuff that are like, hey, we've always had some great stuff here, some great tools, some great product. Let's focus on what we've been given and let's see how it turns out.
Thinner, it's light in color. Thinner skin grape?
Thin skin grape.
Okay.
Without even tasting
red fruit.
Red fruit. Similar to like if you like Gamay, Pinot Noir in that style. Sangiovese, very thin, translucent in color.
Okay. Now, without tasting it, would I still have the characteristics of some of that? Meaning like I'm going right away where I'm going to get high acidity on this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So similar to Pinot Noir, Gamay, those kind of.
Yeah, very similar. I'd say more similar to like Gamay, that makes Beaujolais and stuff. But you definitely get a little bit of get some black fruit on the back, but definitely red fruit kind of leads the way here.
There's definitely you're right that black fruit on the back, and as you get past that brightness of the red fruit, there's some like depth, some weight there on the back of it too. I think with that blacker fruit. So tell us about this particular offering. Who's the producer? Where is it from? Which country?
So this is from Chile. Bouchon is the producer here. And it is from, let me see, we got some import information here. GioVinoWines.com. Here's the importer. But vegan. So, that's the other thing too, Rob, is that a lot of these producers here, even though it doesn't say on the label, and that would be another podcast episode. But just because it doesn't say here organic or anything, doesn't mean they don't already practice those things.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
So here in the Maule Valley in Chile, so País Viejo.
Is the alcohol around 14 on this? What is the alcohol?
12.5.
Oh, wow.
So you think about, once again, as, we're in this era where, low alcohol wine. That's another thing is old world and new world, right? We're in this era where, there's low alcohol. There's this big trend with low alcohol, no alcohol. And that's some of the things that already, it's been in existence for a long time.
Yeah.
Low alcohol wines. Germany, you have some wines that are like 8% alcohol, and they've been like that. So
this I can see being a crowd pleaser. This is something that drinks real nice. It's got enough complexity, but it's not like over complex where it could put off a I don't want a younger palate, so to speak. Somebody that hadn't drank a lot of wine.
Yes,
But
and
it's still
and it has
delicious.
it has a great balance of acid,
Yeah.
some nice tannins, but the structure is enough to pair with food, right? Because it definitely needs food. But
Yeah.
if you were to drink this on its own, it would also be a crowd pleaser.
I would think you could chill this a little bit.
I would consider these chillable reds.
Yeah, that would be really nice chilled if I'm just going to. But yeah, I agree with you with the food part of this. What's the price point on something like this?
This one, I would say it's definitely 20, 18 to 22, somewhere around there.
A wine that drinks that nice for $18 to $20.
Yeah.
These are the kind of things that you can find around the globe.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. I got really excited here for a sec. That's another thing about fine wine.
Yeah.
This is what I consider fine wine. Fine wine to me doesn't determine by the dollar value or anything. Fine wine is something that's made very well from a great producer, and it has that price to quality ratio. That's
Fine equates to the product in the bottle, the quality of that, not the price tag on the bottle.
correct.
Yeah. It's funny to me you bring that up, Jaime, because I remember, Rodney Williams?
Uh-huh.
So one time I made a comment about a wine going, that's not a fine wine, dude, thinking it had to be expensive to be in that category. And he sent me a link to an article for wines, and kind of the crappiest wine is kind of in, I forget what the categories were, but they were, fine was most of the wines, and then another category all the way up to luxury and super luxury. And I went, wait, it's like everything's really, really good. And it's almost misleading to the average consumer that somebody would go, and I'm just saying a wine that cost $8 barefoot, and you're going, well, that's in the fine wine category. And I'm going, wait, how in the world is that? Anyway, I'm getting a little off topic. My point is that the wine industry, I think, needs to do a better job of categorizing, good wine. I think simpler terms would be better for the average consumer to understand.
Right. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, Rob, this is a luxury. Wine is a luxury item. We don't have to have it. So let's not make it that complicated.
That's my point.
And I think that's what's happened with the wine industry. It's complicated, and it's not. It's, at the end of the day, it's fermented grape juice.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of great producers. Many of them here on the table that are just making what I consider, every one of these bottles here is fine wine to me.